On May 6th, 2023, in Istanbul, Turkey, one of the greatest super matches of the entire year is set to go down. It's a world title match, it's between two of the hottest pullers in the game right now, and for some reason, this match is not getting the attention it deserves, and almost no one is talking about it. Until now. Hey everyone, this is Arm Wrestling Insider, where we talk about arm wrestling topics and all things arm wrestling. If you're new here, please leave a comment. Thank you for stopping by. Now personally, I am someone who consumes a lot of arm wrestling material. I watch almost every match, I listen to almost every podcast, and I'm usually up to date and in the loop of what's going on in the community. And on that note, I think I can speak with confidence and authority to tell you that there's one match that is grossly under-discussed and under-hyped right now. And that is the world title match in the 105 kilogram division between Irakli Zghiradze and Kydyrgali Ongarbaev. Now let me just start off by saying, both of these guys are on a hot streak, both of these guys are in their 20s, and both of these are competing against the best of the best in the world at their weight. And as far as I can tell, this is the first time these two have ever faced each other, and I can almost guarantee this is gonna set up a long rivalry. Since losing to Todzilla at East vs. West 5, Irakli has been on an absolute rampage. He hasn't lost in his last 4 super matches. He's completely dismantled Lachlan Adair, Marcio Barbosa, Krasimir Konstantinov, and even defeated John Brzenk with a score of 3-2. Pound for pound, Irakli is one of the strongest arm wrestlers in the entire world, and the numbers he puts up with his back pressure are not only higher than everyone else in his weight category, they're higher than most of the super heavyweights. Irakli is one of the greatest top rolls in the entire game, and as we learned from his match with John Brzenk, he also possesses a flop press. And I don't even think I need to get into the fact that he trains with the Georgian team and Levon, so the guy is not hurting for competition. He possibly has one of the greatest surrounding casts in the entire world to train with. After Todd Hutchins faced him about a year ago, even Todd was surprised at the strength of Irakli's hand, and since then, Irakli has absolutely dominated hand control against everyone he's faced except John Brzenk, and well, that's John Brzenk. No one's really gonna dominate his hand. It's a combination of Irakli's hand, Irakli's speed, and his absolutely unworldly back pressure that makes him a force to be reckoned with. However, there is a 28-year-old from Kazakhstan that begs to differ. This man intends to put an end to Irakli's winning streak, and that man is no other than Kydyrgali Ongarbaev. Now Ongarbaev has been on a winning streak of his own, facing equal, if not even more difficult opponents. Now Ongarbaev is the current East vs. West champion at the 105 kilogram division. He got this title when he defeated John Brzenk with a score of 3-1. Now I won't get into how John may or may not have had COVID and how that may or may not have affected his match, but the results at the end of the day was Ongarbaev did defeat John Brzenk. Now one thing about Ongarbaev that separates him from so many other arm wrestlers is that he comes across as the coolest, calmest, most professional athlete among almost all the arm wrestlers. When he was only 24 years old, he competed in the top 8 against some of the greatest athletes in the entire sport, and Ongarbaev was absolutely outweighed by all of them. It was actually during the top 8 where Ongarbaev got wins on Alex Zghiradze and beat him in a super match. Now this wasn't the Alex that we have today, but still, he was 24 and outweighed by 100 pounds. And after this match, Ongarbaev actually faced Levon, and though he lost 6-0, for his size, he put up a super impressive fight. When it comes to technical arm wrestling, there's almost no one better than Ongarbaev. After he suffered a shoulder injury and took some time off for training and rehab, now Ongarbaev has come back and competed twice at East vs. West. As I mentioned before, his first match was against John Brzenk, which he won, and then he defended his title against Monster Michael Todd, where he also won with a score of 3-1. I think the thing that was most impressive is when he beat Michael Todd, he actually lost the first round and came back and won 3-1. And if you guys know anything about Michael Todd, usually if you lose the first round, you're not gonna come back and win that match. Michael's known for his endurance, and he gets you in that sticky point with his Kings move, and usually his opponents are draining out faster than he is. But Ongarbaev did not give up. He kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and he came back and won the match. And Michael had a complete and epic meltdown. Defeating Michael really proved that Ongarbaev did deserve the 105 kilogram title, and he's also almost universally recognized as pound for pound one of the strongest and most technical and greatest arm wrestlers in the entire world. His table IQ, his back pressure, his hand control, and his relentless hitting is what makes Ongarbaev one of the greatest arm wrestlers of today. Now, for all those reasons listed above, do I really have to explain why this match should be more hyped up? Both of these guys have extreme momentum on their side right now. Both of these guys are some of the pound for pound strongest guys in the world, and neither of these guys want to disappoint their fans or their country. I'm not kidding when I say this is going to be one of the best matches on the card. Like I said before, if I didn't know any better, I have a feeling this is going to set up a rematch and a trilogy down the road. These two are going to be at it for a long time, and I'm here for it. Now, all the polls I've seen have Ongarbaev as the heavy favorite, where I agree Ongarbaev should be the favorite, but I don't know how heavy of a favorite he should be. Gun to my head, I would pick Ongarbaev, but as we've seen with Irakli, that guy has a will to win, and he is determined, and he's extremely strong. And I don't think he's going to give up without a hard fought fight. We've been continually watching the rate at which Irakli is progressing, and the sky's the limit for that guy. Well, that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would, guys, please leave a comment as to who you think will win the match, or maybe even a score prediction. I honestly feel like this is one of the greatest super matches of the entire year, and it's being completely underrated right now. So we gotta change that. But that's all for me, guys. I will see you in another video.